Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you the details of the new Audi A5 Avant. As you can see, greeting us with the lovely lighting signature on the front. And first of all, let's just say that the A5 models are replacing the A4 and A5 models. So here we have it in the estate form, the A5 Avant. Looking gorgeous. Let's start here on the front where you can see the new design language from Audi. Beautiful single frame grille, and you have the 3D honeycomb structure, and then also the new Audi badge and the beautiful lights. So these are the matrix LEDs. You can change the lighting signature. There are actually various options, and when it comes to lights, LED standard, then you have additional LEDs, and also you have the matrix LEDs. And then at the rear, the digital OLED lights that we have in this model. So that is the top of the line option. Now you can see very sporty look on the front, the real air inlets, and we have the black back on this particular model. I am also a big fan of this very pronounced bonnet. And now let me unlock the car once again so that you can see the lovely lighting signature, the animation greeting you upon unlocking the car. Let us now move on to the side. 4 meters, 83.2 centimeters is the length of the Avant model, and the wheels, they go from 17 up to 20-inch ones. These are the lovely gloss black 19-inch wheels, 245/40 R19. That's the dimension of the tires. Car seats on the premium platform combustion PPC. And as you can see, we have a very nice design, very pronounced side skirts here, and also I'm a big fan of those door handles. Here, Audi A5 Avant TDI Quattro, so you have the lettering for the model. And now we move on to the rear of the car, and just look how gorgeous does this look. By the way, the name of the color is Horizon Blue. And now I will unlock the car once again so that you can see the lovely lighting signature from the rear. So here we have the digital OLED rear lights, looking gorgeous. I'm a huge fan, and this looks so good, especially during the night. So stay tuned for the night drive in this car. So here you have the lettering and then the exhaust pipe, which is different depending on the model that you get. So here is the TDI, the diesel version, which has these two exhaust pipes, the real ones, on the left. Here is the rear view camera, the new Audi badge, and let me go further away now to show you the car from this angle. I mean, just amazing. Share your thoughts with me. How do you like it? And now it's time to open the tailgate. There we go. You can also do it by double pressing this on the key. Here we have the lovely square shape, and as you can see, this goes up, so you have a very nice access here to the trunk. Now the hooks for your shopping bags are on both sides. You have the convenient features such as this, and then for example for this you can use this section, and you can just pull this to fold the rear seats, so you have both on the left and on the right, so you can fold the rear bench. And definitely very practical car indeed. And here you have the tools. There we go. And I think now we are ready to check out the interior. Press this to close the tailgate, and again you can do it with the key as well. I also really love the pronounced diffuser here, and as you can see, thanks to the black back, we have a lot of gloss black details that emphasize the sportiness even more, in my opinion. Now the interior, so these are the lovely door handles. Let me show you how this looks. There we go. And here we are greeted with the lovely modern interior, the digital stage as Audi calls it. We have the special seats on this model. Look at the red stitching and beautiful materials. Also, I really love the details here. Look at the seat belt with the red edges. Upon entering the car, the S badge greets you here. And also you have quite a lot of things in here. So these are the switches for the lights, lock and unlock, and then for the mirrors as well. Here you have the standard switches for the windows, and then this is divided into two sections. Not sure how much the camera is catching it. And then here we have additional button to open the tailgate. But now, without further ado, let's see it from driver's perspective. Alright then, here is your view from driver's perspective with the digital stage in front of you. Let's start the car. There we go. Alright, now from close, here is the 3-spoke steering wheel. Here we have the S interior. So you see the S badge in here, the lovely red stitching, and the 3-spoke steering wheel, new AUDI badge. In front of us, the digital cockpit, 11.9-inch digital cockpit, then the 14.5-inch main touchscreen, and here the 10.9-inch passenger's display. And this passenger's screen is optional. Tell me in the comments, would you take it? I think I would definitely actually spec it, because I think it's got the nice look and gives the dashboard even more special look, in my opinion. Now let us move on here. The air vents are located below the screen, and then here you see the USB-C ports, 12-volt power supply, wireless charging pad, start engine button, and drive select. So here is where you can change the drive modes. Dynamic, you see the car turned on the engine now, comfort, efficiency, and the individual, and on the individual you can change then the settings. And yeah, hazard lights, the volume knob is here, and you can also change the tracks or you know, the radio stations. So this is very convenient. By pressing this, you go into the driver assist and safety systems. So that is very useful. And then by pressing this one, you have the camera view. By the way, there are various views available. Look at this. So very useful indeed, especially when you are in tight parking garage, for example, and you don't want to damage those beautiful wheels that you have. This is the minimalistic gear selector for the S Tronic automatic transmission. Drive, neutral, reverse. View from the rear view camera, and then push it twice S. There we go, back to drive. And then neutral, and this is park. There we go. The illuminated cup holders, you see they're also adjustable. Again, this is the key, and you see the illumination here. Of course, during the night you will be able to see the beautiful ambient lights throughout the car. Here in the middle, the armrest with some storage room in here. You can then adjust this as well. Love the pattern here, just like on the seats. And also let me show you the glove compartment. So now we are ready to check out the infotainment system, and this is like the main menu. Here is the home screen, and there are different designs here for the clock. I quite like this one. Then here you have the AUDI Drive Select, of course telephone, and then here you have the radio and the map view. Let's actually go to Zagreb to see the 3D view of the buildings. So look at this. Very cool, and I'm looking forward to the night drive with the lovely ambient lights and the map view, so stay tuned for that. And here you have the settings. You can have the night color, day, auto, or also satellite view. And then you can also adjust the map content. let's go back. So those are, this is like the home screen, and then you have the shortcuts in here. The settings are here, so you can adjust the display settings, both for the virtual cockpit, for the head-up display as well, which you can see over there, with some useful details in front of you. That is always nice. And then also here the MMI screen and the MMI passenger display as well. So you adjust the brightness of those in here. And then the lights, so you have the interior lighting, and you can adjust the colors. So look at this, now we have it in white. This green is very nice. Look at this. And then also here, and also this lovely line here on the dashboard. And this purple looks so nice. And let's see the blue one, and you see you have the bluish theme over there, and then more like a greenish in the lower section, but of course again during the night drive you will be able to see more details of that. Then this, you can also change it depending on the drive mode, and yeah, you can also press this to change between various colors. So now for example red, blue. Overall very nice indeed. Tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. Of course you can turn it off. You can also change here the surfaces. So you see you're changing this section, for example, below the screen itself, and here as well. So a lot of playing around with this is possible, which is always nice. I'm a big fan of the ambient lighting, so yeah, definitely a big thumb up from me. Now exterior lighting, what I was telling you about. Here we have the matrix LEDs on the front and digital OLED lights at the rear, and you can change the lighting signatures. I have this set on, I think it is probably my favorite, but let me show you the other options. And tell me in the comments which one would you choose. So there are actually 8 options. This is 7 out of 8, 8 out of 8. And now we come to the first one, second one, this is the third option, fourth, then fifth, and the sixth one. So again, fifth I think is my favorite, so I will have this one turned on now. And yeah, those are the exterior lighting settings. And also if we go here, servicing and more, you can adjust various things in here. And then settings for the sound, for example. So here we have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, very good with the speakers integrated also in the headrest, 3D sound, and definitely very impressive indeed. If you are a fan of the good music, loud music, definitely a suggestion to go for this. And then you can then select 3D sound, low, medium, or high, or off, and a bunch of settings here for the sound. Let's go back. Display settings, I already showed you that. So we go here, AUDI Assistant. So for example,
how can I help you?
Lower the temperature to 22 degrees.
I'll set the temperature to 22 degrees.
So you have the AUDI Assistant. And speaking about AC, look at this. you can adjust the air blower in here and the temperature in here. So it's very easy. You have the heated seats and also the heated steering wheel, which you can activate here. So on and off. You have the buttons in here to change various things: mute, volume, track, and then here you have to change what you see on the left and on the right. And you can also change the view in here. I'll also show you here the comfort assist. And yeah, here is where you can adjust the AC for the rear. And yeah, also here is the store. You would need to log in for that. And if you swipe it here, you have some various options in here. So driver assist settings. You have a bunch of driver assist and safety systems in this car. The speed warning, which is mandatory by law, you can turn it off in here, but it will be on every time you turn on the car. Then you have the warnings in here: lane assist, speed, brake, and efficiency. So a lot of options here, and then you can adjust how you want these systems to work. You can have the favorites in here. And also, let me show you this. So these are the interior lighting settings. Here is where you have the extend ambient lighting to interactive lighting strip. So you can turn it on or off. When I got into the car, this was turned off. And then when I went to here to the car settings, the interior lighting, and I would change the ambient lights, but I see that this was not turned on. So then I realized in order to turn that on, you need to go here into the settings and extend ambient lighting to interactive lighting strip and turn this on. And now you have it. Definitely something that I would keep turned on all the time. And you also have the temperature adjustment animation. Oh, very cool. So you see, now we go to 23 degrees, for example. Now it's red. If I go to 22, it's blue. Very cool indeed. And also let me show you this when you turn on the indicator. Look at this. Very, very cool indeed. And I think now we covered most of the things in here. You go to settings in here. You can also change the language. And yeah, the sound settings are here. And of course, the radio stations. But yeah, now of course, the passengers display as well. And you have this standby design on, or you can turn the passenger display off, but I prefer this standby design. And the digital cockpit in front of the driver, by pressing the view button here, you change between the views. You can change what you see here on the right and then on the left as well. So I think now we covered most of the things, and actually let's go to drive select, and here is what you can adjust on the individual mode, but also let me show you this, the digital cockpit. So you can have the dynamic look, balanced, or the efficiency. So those are the options. I quite like this dynamic one. And now also the lights in here. Press this to turn on the rear lights. And by the way, the ambient lights at the rear are looking gorgeous as well. Here is the sun visor, there we go. And we are now ready to check out the rear bench. 2 meters, 89.9 centimeters is the length of the wheelbase, and now I will show you the situation at the rear bench. There we go, the lovely materials, look at the seats here, and yeah, without further ado, let's jump on board. Okay then, so here is how it looks, the clever design here at the back of this front seat. You have the storage here, and then USB-C ports. The air vents are located here, and also in the middle, let me show you this, the armrest with the cup holders, and they are adjustable. Now let me show you the situation for my head. There we go, look at this, look at the amount of room that I still have left on 1.87 m, so I could be comfortable here on longer journeys. That is a big thumb up from me. So yeah, overall it would be nice to sit here, but of course I always prefer the driver's seat, especially in a car like this. Let us now talk about the powertrain options on the new Audi A5, and there are many of them actually. Starting with this one, the diesel with the 48-volt MHEV plus technology, so the mild hybrid technology, and here we have it with 204 horsepower and the Quattro Ultra all-wheel drive. You can also go for the petrol versions, so the 2-liter TFSI. 2 plug-in hybrids are available as well, with all-electric range of 110 kilometers. And then as the top of the line is the S5 model, so you can get it as Avant or as a limousine, and it's got the V6 TFSI engine producing 367 PS. So those are the options. Tell me in the comments what would be your choice of powertrain for this car. And of course, stay tuned for the point of view test drive to see how the car performs with this mild hybrid diesel engine. Let us now do another walk around with the side lights and the indicators turned on. So you see the lovely dynamic indicators on the front. And also look at the beautiful lighting signature from the rear. So the dynamic indicators. And yeah, beautiful combination with those digital OLED rear lights. Alright guys, that was it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do subscribe. We are going now on a point of view test drive, so stay tuned for that. Share your thoughts with me. How do you like the new Audi A5? And see you on the next video. Bye bye.